Hi, good day everyone. I'm Jellica Shah from BSB FM. This is my reaction video about the film Ganito Kami Noon, Paano Kayo Ngayon. Based on the movie Ganito Kami Noon, Paano Kayo Ngayon, during 19th century, the language that is mostly used is Spanish, and the Tagalog words used in the film are deep that is hard to understand. Their way of entertainment is done by going to theaters, which is stage play that shows dramatic performance through singing and dancing. Trades are done overseas because of his Filipinos have adopted the food, some cultures and costumes of different countries because of trading. Also during 19th century, there are no abundant cars before, so they use kalesa as transportation. The way they court is through harana, which the man goes to the woman's house and do chores like chopping of wood and fetching of water. It's like courting the whole family. Before you get the maiden you want for yourself is their way to see how persistent you are towards the girl and what you do for her when she said her yes. The film says to answer who is the true Filipino. Some says that they are the true Filipino because they are the one who serves the country. Some says that they are Filipino because they are born in the Philippines. And also some says they are not Filipino because they are the different language. As well as some people said they are not Filipino because they are born in Bisaya and not Tagalog. Many people on 19th century are confused on who or what they are. I therefore conclude that the movie Ganito Kami Noon, Paano Kayo Ngayon tackled important but sensitive topics on a very creative, comedic, and symbolic manner that utilized a humorous atmosphere to depict these topics included the maltreatment of the Spaniards on the Filipinos. It also shows that conflict between the rich and the poor, the ignorance or lack of education of the Filipinos in the provinces during those years. The most important of the movie tackles the varying definition of the word Filipino, who are the true Filipino, and also it courageously presented the harsh realities of the Filipinos during different times of colonization by the foreign invaders. Specifically, what are things that they have suffered during 19th century? The film Ganito Kami Noon, Paano Kayo Ngayon, directed by Eddie Romero, was a brilliant masterpiece ahead of its time. It depicts how Filipinos struggled to find their own identity during the transition between the Spanish and American colonization of the Philippine island. The film was able to address social issues existing at the time like the abuse and the maltreatment of Filipinos by the Spaniards, lack of proper education of Filipinos living in various and provinces, and also the struggle to find the own of identity of the Filipino people. By understand of Jose Rizal in the context of his time, there was an appointment of officials with inferior qualifications, without dedication of duty and moral strength to resist corruption for material advancement. Through the power and authority the Spaniard possessed, they collected and wasted the money of the Filipinos. At most part of the film, there is a big confusion in the true identity of Filipinos. The main lead of the film, Nicolas Ocampo, also known as Colas, had many encounters with the different definition by different persons of the word Filipino. Colas was able to meet Filipino with different personalities during his journey to the unknown after the death of his mother. At the first part of the film, Father Gil Conquera defined the word Filipino as the Spaniards living in the Philippines. Also Lim, who is a Chinese merchant, also identify Filipinos as the Spaniards living here in the country. But for Don Tibor, Filipinos are those who are ready to take responsibilities. All of these encounters made Colas realize the true meaning of being Filipino. Kulas came up with the realization that being born in the Philippines is not enough to be called a Filipino. Being a Filipino means that we take responsibility to defend this country, along with the culture and tradition acquainted to it. The other concept that I like about this movie was how the level of Kulas' happiness decreased all throughout his journey. As he continued in his routine adventure, Kulas discovered and learned new things about the world. At the beginning of the film, Kulas seems to be a happy-go-lucky person, even though he lost so much in his life. But in his attempt to learn more and fit into the new environment he's into, the spark in his eyes faded, questioning his current self. I can't relate to this as a young adult wanting to conquer the world. During the early years of my education, I was not exposed to the true state of the society. I am just a student standing in the corner waiting for things to happen. It is late in the game that I began to look the world with a different perspective. Meeting and interacting new people with different attitudes made me realize that there is more to explore in this world. I also started aiming for more than being grateful with what I have. With all of these things changing in front of my eyes, I realized that the more you know about how things works, the more you learn that our current society is a very cruel place to live in. I had a lot of fun and learnings watching this classic film. The values that we can learn from this film transcends time. Being a Filipino is such a pleasure knowing that our ancestors fought for the independence of this nation from the hands of our colonizers. The people before us made the independence we experience right now possible. Their undying love for this country allowed us to enjoy freedom that they fought for. Thank you for watching my videos about Ganito Kami Noon, Paano Kayo Ngayon.